Over the past few weeks, everybody in the video game industry has been talking about the Gerard the Completionist charity scam, and now it seems like there is a whole other charity controversy going on because millions in Twitch charity stream donations were allegedly never paid to the charity. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or via YouTube memberships. So it says a new report alleges that as much as 42% of charity donations raised through streams featuring Ludwig, Asmongold, XQC, and more was never given over to the stated charity. Now, I can completely understand that there are charities out there that need money to pay the people that are working for them, and ultimately, yes, a small percentage of the funds that they bring in have to go to things like operating costs. I can understand that, and many people can understand that, but when you hear that millions and millions of dollars were kept in this situation, it infuriates you. It says the Jacob Wolf report reports that Soft Giving, an Atlanta-based marketing company, played middleman between big-name streamers and a charity called Games for Love. Now, there is an extremely shady past with these people that I'll talk about in a minute. Over the course of 2 years, streams for Games for Love, as well as other charities featuring as many as 37 creators, raised almost $6.2 million, which is a crazy amount of money that should have gone towards charity. And yes, I don't fully blame the creators because it's not like they knew exactly how much was being taken by the charity. I mean, I don't think that any of them would have sat there and expected 42% of the funds to be kept by this charity, even if they each did get a small fee for doing these, charity marathon streams, but they still should have done their due diligence and actually researched them before working with them. It says over 2020 and 2021, never mind years before that, the report claims that of the $6.2 million raised by Soft Giving, now renamed as Brandfluence, and the streamers, $2.6 million went to Soft Giving to cover its commission and expenses, those public records show. And additionally, for 18 months of that period, Soft Giving did not prominently disclose on donation pages that there were expenses paid to the influencers that would cut into the total amount raised, nor how much Soft Giving retained as a commission. Now, obviously, the influencers knew that they were getting some kind of, money from this, right? That they were getting some kind of commission, but we don't know because none of them have come out if they exactly knew how much everybody in total was getting, because keep in mind that out of this 2.6 million, there were 37 creators who raised all of this money. And that means that there was $70,000 that in theory could have been given to each creator, but you also have to consider that there is no way that Soft Giving had given all of that money to each creator, right? They obviously had to have kept some for themselves out of that total. So let's say, each streamer got maybe 10K for doing this. That is still, not even close to the 2.6 in total that was actually kept by Soft Giving. And it also says that, on top of that, Soft Giving did not prominently disclose this on their donation pages. Now, you probably noticed that throughout this, you can tell that they had two different names, and that is by design because they had actually completely rebranded not very long ago, it seems, in an attempt to kind of cover up this situation and so that people would go and look for them and they wouldn't find them so easily. Now, Jacob Wolf is the one who initially reported this, and he is actually being threatened by them now. He posted this long mega thread on Twitter/X, and I'm just going to read a little bit. Yep, it says influencers told us they weren't aware of how Soft Giving made its money while working with the company. I do blame also the influencers kind of for that, because don't you think that you should have done your due diligence and actually looked into what was happening, especially when you're raising millions of dollars? But it says, crucially, prior to the beginning of our investigation in summer 2021, when Soft Giving became aware we were speaking to people about this, there were no disclosures on donation pages informing the donor of their practices. And of course, they ended up actually renaming themselves after we reached out for comment. They filed suit against me and 4 others, the CEO, former Twitch employee, and software engineer. So they have actually started the process to try to silence people like Jacob Wolf for reporting on this situation. With all of the controversy surrounding charities over the past few weeks in the gaming industry, I do think that these are going to severely damage, these types of streams going forward, because there are going to be people who are going to question any sort of content creator who is trying to raise money for a good cause. And it is really sad to see that so many of these controversies have happened recently, and it will be interesting if we see any others going forward. But as of right now, it seems that almost 42% of the charity donations raised through these streams was never actually given over to the stated charity. And yes, the individuals who initially reported on this situation are being silenced because of it. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, and of course, if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.